horrible murder-suicide came just days after a judge in Washington ordered that Powell's 2 boys remain in the custody of their grandparents.
And those who have worked on custody cases say that may have been the thing that sent Powell over the edge. KOIN Local 6 reporter Jenny Hansson continues our team coverage now, live outside the Clark County Courthouse. And Jenny, what are the local experts saying about this tonight? They see a lot of cases.
They do, Kelly. And you know, we spoke with a family therapist up here in Vancouver, and he says if someone is determined to kill in a case like this, they probably will, and they will succeed. We also spoke with a child care advocate in Vancouver who knows the maternal grandparents well, and she says the system broke down long before this happened. This is all that's left of Josh Powell's Washington home after a caseworker says Powell pulled his boys inside the house Sunday, shoved her out, and then a few minutes later the house exploded.
It's a sad, sad day. And yes, I believe the system is very broken, and I'll be the first to say that. It's not the first case I've seen like this, and it's ongoing. And when are we going to make changes?
Michelle Bart is a child advocate who has worked on several high-profile cases, including the disappearance of Susan Powell. Wearing a purple ribbon in Susan's honor, she told us today there needs to be more protection for the kids in these cases, even if no charges have been filed.
Visitation rights should have been at a police department or somewhere public. It shouldn't have ever been in his house.
But would that have even been enough? Vancouver family therapist Michael Buys has worked on high-profile custody cases in Washington, ones that involved a parent being suspected of murder, and he says even a controlled environment may not have stopped Powell.
If they just said, come into the office, maybe he'd have brought a gun to the office. If they just said, you can't see them, what would he have pursued then? You know, people go to great lengths to accomplish what they want to accomplish.
Unlike the case in Gresham in 2002, when a caseworker was nowhere nearby during a supervised visit as a mother strangled her child in a park, the social worker in this case was on the phone with her supervisor when the house exploded.
Probably did everything by the book. You know, they don't go out until they know this is safe, this is okay, you know, all the boxes are checked.
And supervised visits in Washington are allowed even in cases where children have been removed from the home with abuse or neglect. Again, Powell had not been charged in this case in his wife's disappearance, but it appears that authorities were gathering evidence and could be close to doing that before this happened. Reporting for you live in Vancouver, Jenny Hansson, KOIN Local 6.